Many years ago, while I was in varsity, I got drafted as a Zumba instructor. And initially, I had no clue, but I got better. And there was another instructor I looked up to. His name was Eben. And Eben could move and he could inspire the class, and it was a treat being in Eben's class. So I modeled my whole approach to instruction after Eben. And a year or so later, I received a call from a manager at a gym, and he said he'd gotten a compliment and he wasn't sure if he was speaking to Eben. And I was saying, no, my name is Dupie, I'm not Eben. And he said, well, the lady took part in the class, but she couldn't distinguish. She thought I was Eben. And when he said that, I swelled with pride because it meant I had the ability to mimic another person doing something that I admired so well that they couldn't distinguish. Now, I'm sure you have also had people in your life that taught you certain things, people that you look up to, people that you want to mimic. And when it comes to our lives with Jesus, and specifically having a life that's blessed, Jesus says something in John chapter 13, verse 12 to 17, when he's explaining how to have a blessed life. He says the following, he says, if you understand what I'm telling you and act like it, you will live a blessed life. Jesus is saying here that the blessed life is not something that happens by osmosis or automatically. It is something that comes out of His goodness, but also out of action, also out of reading and thinking and experiencing what God is saying through His Word and taking that invisible realm and making it physical and visible in this world. And Jesus' Word says, then we will know what it looks like to have a blessed life. If we imitate what Jesus instructs and also lived, how He lived His life. In a practical sense, today, you might want to talk to God about the practicalities of how you live out His life in your own life today. What does it mean for the people that you employ, the employer that you work for, your household, or maybe the activities that you pursue in your life? How is Jesus visible inside of those spaces? I believe when we look for places where we can actualize Jesus in what we do, our communities and our world will be a beautiful garden of fruit where people will be amazed at the many different ways in which God visits them. Because at the end of the day, if we say we are Christian and Christ-like, our lives are channels through which people experience Jesus and, at the end of the day, a blessed life. So my prayer for you today is to think about areas in your life that you could maybe dedicate to God for a season and say, in this part of my life, I'm going to try and mimic what I read and experience the Holy Spirit summoning me to be in that space.